Elon Musk's American Party, Technocracy Behind the Curtain. In July 2025, Elon Musk announced the formation of a new political entity, the American Party, promoted as an alternative to the entrenched two-party system. Musk claimed his initiative would give you your freedom, but beneath the populist branding, critics argue a more calculated agenda is taking shape, one that leads not towards democracy, but towards technocracy, a model of governance driven by algorithms, data, and unelected experts.
What is tech authoritarianism?
Tech authoritarianism is about replacing existing democratic structures with governments controlled by billionaires and their technology systems.
A notion that technology and the ideology that informs it can govern human beings and centralize power among a certain elite.
Any kind of power that has freedom to shape the way you think, you behave, and the way you relate to one another. This is where authoritarianism is strangulating people's self-actualization and agency.
If you saw Donald Trump's inauguration, you saw the CEOs of the world's largest tech companies lined up in the second row in front of the United States cabinet. That is tech authoritarianism in a single image.
This video explores how Musk's political ambitions may be a vehicle for consolidating power through technological dominance, reshaping American governance in ways that quietly erode democratic norms. A new political party, or a strategic Trojan horse. Musk announced that the American Party on his own platform X, presenting it as a solution to the dysfunction of the current political establishment. While the launch sparked considerable media attention, questions quickly arose. The party's legal status remains unclear, with no confirmed registration or organizational infrastructure. This vagueness has raised concerns that the initiative is less about grassroots reform and more about narrative control. Musk's political trajectory provides some context. Once a vocal supporter of Donald Trump, Musk's falling out with the president and subsequent critics of both major parties have shaped a persona that defies traditional affiliations. Yet this new party may not represent independence so much as a consolidation of influence. Technocracy in motion, Musk's role in government. The technocratic nature of Musk's ambitions became even clearer when Trump, during his recent administration, appointed Musk as the head of a newly formed Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, a tongue-in-cheek nod to Musk's online persona. This development gave Musk sweeping authority to reduce federal spending and streamline operations using artificial intelligence and data analytics. Critics argue that this move undermined democratic checks and balances by placing immense power in the hands of a tech billionaire with no public mandate, rather than reforms based on citizen input. Musk's DOGE implemented efficiency metrics and automated audits that mirrored historical technocratic movements, ideologies that elevate technical decision-making over democratic deliberations. But influence on X isn't just about broadcasting, it's about harvesting. The platform's vast trove of user data gives Musk granular insight into social, psychological, and political trends.
The fact that people think they have personal privacy is laughable. You have no privacy. The cell phone that you carry in your pocket, you're giving permission to those apps constantly. You're giving commercial organizations, what you and I have already said are less tied to ethical responsibility. You're giving them permission to collect enormous amounts of private data from you all the time. And do you know what happens if AT&T or Verizon sees some nefarious activity on your account? They do nothing. They might send a note to FBI because they have to, according to some checklist.
By analyzing this data, he can tailor messaging, test narratives, and craft policy proposals that resonate with public sentiment in real time. This is the danger most people are failing to realize. The tools of power, X and artificial intelligence. Central to Musk's political playbook are two powerful tools, X and artificial intelligence. Since acquiring Twitter and rebranding it as X, Musk has reshaped the platform into a megaphone for his personal views. Analysts and researchers have observed engagement algorithms appear to favor Musk's own posts, especially during election cycles and major news events. But influence on X isn't just about broadcasting, it's about harvesting. The platform's vast trove of user data gives Musk granular insight into social, psychological, and political trends. By analyzing this data, he can tailor messaging, test narratives, and craft policy proposals that resonate with public sentiment in real time. Then there's XAI, Musk's artificial intelligence company, which has developed systems like the Grok chatbot. Grok is reportedly being used by the federal DOGE team to process sensitive government data, generate reports, and recommend budget cuts. While efficient, the use of proprietary AI systems in government operations raises red flags about privacy, accountability, and conflicts of interest. Experts warn that these tools, if deployed without oversight, could entrench bias and opacity in core democratic functions. Calculated influence, strategy over ideology. What emerges from this analysis is a portrait of Musk as a political actor who prioritizes precision and adaptability over consistent ideology. Through the combined power of X and AI, Musk conducts sentiment analysis, adjusts his public positions, and reframes his messaging, all in the pursuit of greater influence. The result is a populist facade masking a technocratic strategy, governance by code, not consensus. This approach allows Musk to present himself as a reformer, an outsider challenging the status quo, while simultaneously centralizing control over information systems and policy infrastructure. The backlash, democratic erosion in the name of efficiency. Musk's expanding influence has not gone unnoticed. Protests have erupted in several cities over privacy concerns and the role of AI in public governance. Legal challenges are mounting, questioning whether the use of X and Grok in federal operations violates ethical or constitutional norms. Lawmakers, civil liberties groups, and political theorists warn that Musk's actions may set a precedent for replacing public dialogue with algorithmic governance. As these tools grow more powerful, the risk increases that democracy itself could be reshaped into a streamlined system where efficiency trumps accountability and where the most powerful tech actors dictates the rules. The shadow of technocracy. Elon Musk's American Party may appear to champion political diversity, but its deeper implications point towards a transformation of governance itself. By combining the social influence of X with the computational prowess of AI, Musk is crafting a political architect that sidelines traditional democratic process in favor of data-driven control. This is not just a shift in political branding, it's a redefinition of how power operates in the digital age. And if left unchecked, it may fundamentally alter the relationship between the government and the governed.
Very accurate physics simulator. Ultimately, the thing that'll make the biggest difference is being able to interact with the real world via humanoid robots. So you combine Grok with Optimus and it can actually interact with the real world and figure out. So you combine Grok with Optimus and it can actually interact with the real world.
Now we have it. There's the admission. Infusing Optimus with Grok AI. Straight out of a scene all too familiar from iRobot, the elite, the wealthy, are going to have the privilege to buy one of these Optimus Grok-infused humanoid assistants. These new droids are going to be Messiah-like. They are going to be a God-sent gift to the rich. They're going to replace the maids, the dishwashers, the laborers, the landscapers, you name it. The rich are going to have no use for anybody else beneath them. All the while they keep screaming, AI's not coming for your job. They're not going to replace humans. Well, as we can see, this is a bold-faced lie, or gaslighting. They want to assure us that we're safe, that we're needed, that we're valuable. Now, for everyone else who's not wealthy, you are not economically viable. You have been losing your worth for generations.
7 years I banked here. You know what they told me when I asked for a loan? A small loan. They told me that I was not economically viable. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. How'd your loan work out? Did they give you a loan? He must be economically viable. There's a man with a smile on his face. He looks like a happy customer. That's what an economically viable person looks like. I was not economically viable. No. That's enough. I'll take that. What's that? Okay, here they come. This is what happens if you're not economically viable. Bye. Bye, everybody. Bye. Don't forget me.